Hopefully these people listen and actually call in at 7:10, unlike that guy last week who just called in early. These early birds that catch the worm.
Oh, yeah.
You can go ahead and start. Oh, okay. 10 seconds. 4, 3.
You're listening to radio's first 3CM format, cross-cultural Christian music, playing music that bridges the cultural divide, connects people, and builds relationships. This is Bright Radio.
One God, one music, one mission, to bring right inspiration to everyone. This is Bright Radio, playing all your favorite contemporary Christian and gospel music together, broadcasting worldwide from Washington, D.C. on brightradio.org. Go mobile by downloading the app on Google Play and the App Store. This is Bright Radio.
Marty and Katina show.
No, the Katina and Marty show.
Why?
Because ladies first.
I guess so. But
What do you guess? That I'm a lady or that ladies should go first?
so cute. I know you're a lady. We've been married for 16 plus years. So you're right. You want to change ladies first. Get creative juices and Marty summer with the girls.
Sounds good. Why? We just did
Glad
this
you like
without
it.
any creative juices.
Me walking is creative juice. Good evening, everyone. This is the Marty and Katina show on Bright Radio. We usually start the show Friday night. It is June 10. We start with what today is. So I was doing some research, and this is, you're getting in the brain of Marty right now, is...
I'm so excited.
Okay. Did you actually see the sarcasm, Paul? Did you get a shot of that sarcasm? If you can actually watch us on Facebook, go to Bright Live, and check us out. But I was researching what today was, and I saw it's Black Cow Day. National Black Cow Day, and I thought right away, I didn't read anything. I was like,
oh wait, it's the drink.
You ruined my story.
Sorry. I said it really low. Nobody heard it. Keep going.
Okay, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh, this will be perfect. We'll do a whole show, or we'll talk a lot about Katina on the farm and her black cow she had, and all that and all this stuff. And then that's my process thinking that, and I read the thing, and yes, go ahead. Oh, smart one. What is a black cow?
It's a drink.
What drink is it?
Is it like a root beer with... I don't remember for sure. I just remember my grandpa talking about it.
Basically, it is a root beer float before they called it root beer float. Okay, I don't know why we still don't call it a black cow.
I don't know.
Because I guess it was a black cow before it was a root beer float. In 1913 or 18, I can't remember which one, in Colorado, where they used to pharmacy, even, it's like, and then they give you these drinks. Well, a guy mixed ice cream and root beer together and made a black cow.
All right.
So that's today. So I was like, and then I thought, okay. And then I was kind of bummed. I was like, oh. And then I saw it was National, which you told me, and I saw also National Iced Tea Day.
That's right. National Iced Tea Day. Starbucks is doing buy one, get one free.
And I was saying, that's stupid.
Why do you think that's stupid, Marty?
Because if you go in... Why are you going to buy 2 iced teas? Maybe
Starbucks is trying to encourage it to be more about the friendships that you have than just the drink. So you have to bring a friend along.
Yeah, but you didn't know that before. Did you actually get like an email from Starbucks saying it was buy one, get one free?
Probably. I never checked that email, though. But I did get a text from my friend Kayla.
Who said, come and get that right away?
No, she told me about it.
She did. Well, the other nice thing about so she told you about, so did you both go together?
No, we didn't.
So once again...
We should have, though. But I went with the girls.
Oh, so you got one. But the other thing is, I was thinking if you went by yourself, could you ask for just half off rather than buy one, get one free?
Doubtful.
Oh, that's the math in me.
Doubtful.
But, or did you just give the person behind you a free iced tea?
That would have been nice too.
But you didn't.
Nope, I didn't.
And then, I mean, I don't understand why they have all the 2 drink days in one day. That doesn't make sense. Because you got the...
I know, because you can't drink more than one drink in one day.
No. Of course not. Iced tea and what would you do? What would you have done? Iced tea in the morning and then the black cow in the night? Because it's more of like a... Sure. You're like... Or back to back.
Absolutely. I'm ready right now.
For all I have is water tonight. Yeah. You know what we need to hire? Once we get a sponsor, we need to hire someone that will bring us these things for the national days.
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
That would have been tough if it had actually been a black cow, though. I don't know how Brian would feel about having a cow in his basement.
No, but we could have had it we could have gone to like a farm on studio and then done stuff like that. And you could have showed us how you used to milk cows.
Right.
Because didn't you used to milk cows?
Yes.
Yeah. So you could have showed us that.
Mm-hmm.
But did you actually have black cows?
Black and white. They're called Holstein cows.
See, I had a whole show ready for that. All different cows, but that's for another time when it's actually real. You
gotta look up and find out when it's cow day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it was. You know what? Who probably made it a cow day? Chick-fil-A. You know how the stupid thing you're supposed to dress like a cow and you get a free sandwich if you go in.
Yeah.
So they probably have a day.
They probably do.
And then the other thing today is, and I bet you our video. What's videographer? I like that word. Videographer.
You like that word? Okay.
I think so. Videographer.
He seems agreeable to that term.
Videographer. You like that, Paul? I like it. And I know if his wife's probably in the garden as we speak, right? Maybe.
She's home by now.
Oh, home by now. Well, does she grow herbs in her garden?
A few.
Okay, well, today is National Herb and Spice Day.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go, yes. And if I was in England, it would be National Herb and Spice Day, which I always thought was so funny. Like herb. Like, why isn't it herb?
That they pronounce the H?
Yeah, which is like an American someone's name.
Right.
So I reached out and asked some people what their favorite herb was or spice. Mm-hmm. And Jennifer Northrup said basil.
Oh, I love basil.
Basil, yeah. Donna's too, okay. And is there some in the garden?
Most likely.
Most likely in the garden.
I love fresh basil.
Actually, that's out on the deck, and I water it.
Too bad we don't have a video on him. Somebody was like, yeah, it's on our deck, and I actually have to water it. And then our buddy Spencer White, who was on the show a couple weeks ago, said olives. Dude, exactly. If you know Spencer White, this dude eats a whole jar of black olives a day.
Really?
Yeah. So
I mean, I know Spencer, but I didn't know that about Spencer.
Yeah. So
why?
We'll have to if you're Spencer, if you're listening, call us right now.
I mean, seriously, like, is it like a health routine? Is it like just, I don't know, that gets him mentally prepared for the day? When does he eat them? Any time of the day? A certain time of the day?
We'll have to find out. Maybe we can call
and
personally.
It can only
call
be black
him.
Olives, not green olives.
Exactly. Maybe we can call him during the break and find out.
Maybe.
But what's your favorite herb?
Well, basil is a good one. I really do love basil. And especially right now, I think basil brings summer with it. You know, the taste of basil just kind of makes me think of summer.
Okay.
But I think if I had to choose, like, any spice that I couldn't live without.
Yeah.
Salt.
Without.
I could not live without salt.
And does it go back to what we were talking about a while back ago, that we've just trained our body to have salt?
Absolutely. But I think also, I mean, this is biblical. Salt flavors food.
Where's that in the Bible? Say that.
I can find for you.
I believe you.
I mean, it's where Jesus tells people we should be the salt of the earth. You know.
So, metaphor to, like, that's the food, and then we're supposed to be the. Is salt technically a spice? Yeah, I guess it is a spice, yeah. And pepper. Mm-hmm. And what about garlic? Is that a spice?
That's a good question.
I'm always full of them. So while we're on break, we will figure out if garlic is a spice.
We'll call Spencer and find out why he eats olives.
We got a lot to do during
And we'll
break.
look up the Bible text about salt.
So we've got a lot to do during break. You're listening to the Marty Katina Show on Bright Radio.
Clear.
This is Bright Radio.
Little hands, shoeless feet, lonely eyes looking back at me. Will we leave behind the innocent to be on their own, on the run, when their lives have only begun? These could be our daughters and our sons. And just like a drum, I can hear their hearts beating. I know my God won't let them be defeated. Every child has a dream to belong and be loved. Boys become kings, girls will be queens, wrapped in your majesty. When we love the least of these, then they will be brave and free, shout your name in victory. When we love the least of these, when we love the least of these, break our hearts once again, help us to remember when we were only children hoping for a friend. Won't you look around? These are the lives that the world has forgotten, waiting for doors of our hearts and our homes to open. Boys become kings, girls will be queens, wrapped in your majesty. When we love the least of these, then they will be brave and free, shout your name in victory. When we love the least of these, when we love the least of these, it's not us who will be like Jesus to the least of these. If not us, tell me who will be like Jesus to the least of these. Boys become kings, girls will be queens, wrapped in your majesty. When we love the least of these, then they will be brave and free, shout your name in victory. We will love the least of these. 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 We will love the least of
All right, we're back. The Marty and Katina Show. Like I said, we had to do some research while we were on break. What were the three things? My ADD kicked in. I can't remember.
One, we were going to find out where salt is mentioned in the Bible.
Oh, I didn't do that. Did you?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I
Go
did.
ahead then.
Oh,
Oh, no,
okay.
go ahead, too.
Two,
See, I said.
we were going to find out from Spencer why he eats olives every day.
And he did on Facebook. For some reason, my feed didn't thing, but we can talk about it for just in case people aren't on Facebook watching us.
And then 3, what was the third thing?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, which we didn't do because obviously you forgot and I forgot, but I just remembered garlic. So somebody on Facebook, tell us if garlic's a spice.
Yeah.
But let's start. Do you want to start with Scripture or you want to start with Spencer?
Sure. I mean, it's in Matthew, Mark, and Luke.
Ooh.
I actually mentioned in all 3 of those Gospels. Mark says salt is good, but if the salt becomes unsalty, with what will make it salty again? That's obviously I don't that version. I don't know what it is, but that's acknowledging that salt is good, which is what I was saying. Hello, are you still with me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm with you. I just heard you. I'm multitasking.
I
all
can
over
see
the
that.
place.
I can see that. That was
Yeah.
Mark. And then Matthew says, "You are the salt of the earth." But if the salt has become tasteless, how can it be made salty again? And of course, that was the illustration of Jesus. But to get the point across about the metaphorical salt that we are,
Correct.
you have to acknowledge that salt is good.
Right. And the funny thing, if you look into salt, the 2 things that make salt, separate those 2 things, most deadly, poisonous things around.
And that makes it my favorite?
No, just a little tidbit.
Oh, okay.
Just a little, throw it in there. Welcome to our world. I just throw out little trivia. And then Spencer, back to Spencer White, our buddy who eats a can of olives a day. It's green. He does like black, and it's because he's Italian.
Okay.
There you go. He said no other reason.
I don't think every Italian I know eats a jar of olives every day. Maybe we need some more Italian friends to corroborate that.
Right, or maybe Spencer will eventually tell us more.
Maybe.
So, yes.
And did anybody tell us about garlic? Because I haven't.
No, go ahead.
Okay, well, this is according to a blog, so who knows for sure. But it says, garlic looks like a bulb and is a member of the lily family. Since it is similar to onions, shallots, and chives, garlic is also considered a vegetable because it has leaves.
Wait, garlic's a vegetable?
I'm saying it's from a blog. It's the first thing that.
And it said it was like in the lily family?
And then there's another one from culinaryarts.com. It's probably most accurate to call garlic a vegetable.
Oh, wow.
It's most similar to onions and shallots.
There you go.
Although ultimately garlic belongs in a category all its own.
Mm.
That's how special it is.
That's how special garlic is. And so we were doing the food. So we had that. We had all those different days. If you're tuning in, I'm put my hand down, Paul. Hand down. If you just saw on Facebook, I'm not Italian, Spencer, but I talk like an Italian. I use my hands a lot. So was that stereotyping? Well, he stereotyped with the olives, so we're all stereotyping tonight. It is ballpoint pen day.
Ballpoint pen day.
It is ballpoint pen day.
I mean, are we really that hard up for things to look to celebrate? I don't understand this.
I think it's kind of cute. You don't? It's not like go out and kick your dog day. It's fun, cute things.
Why? How is a ballpoint pen day cute?
I think it's funny. You didn't laugh? Look at
not
you
really, no.
You're not really laughing?
No, you know what I'm really wondering?
Everyone on Facebook,
I'm really wondering who the people
You're
are who
this.
are behind this. Yes, I just really want to know, like, who comes up with, I just love my ballpoint pen. I really should have a day for it. Like, who does that?
I don't know. You figure it out.
I want to know.
You research.
I really want to know who nominates these
I can
things.
send you.
You can send me the site where you get it?
Right. Public service announcement.
Yeah.
Debbie, you know who you are. Can you call us back? That's deep. Just FYI. Debbie, can you call us back? You'll know.
So if your name is Debbie and you didn't try to call just a little bit ago, don't call us. But if your name is Debbie and you tried to call us, Please call again.
And if you're named Debbie and you want to call, we'll have 35 Debbies calling at once. And we'll get that going. But back to the ballpoint pen thing, too, this is what's happening in our studio. Look at this. It's full of tape. But you know what? I think it's a teacher. How can you be able to see do I need to stand? If you're on Facebook, my shirt says, "Keep calm, I'm a teacher." You like it?
Yep.
So I guess this is a big British saying thing?
It is.
Oh, that's what the
it's
lady...
a big saying everywhere. I didn't know it was just British.
Okay. That's what the person that got it for me, they got it in England, and they said they saw it everywhere in England. You see them everywhere here, too? Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's not as special as I thought it was. Awkward.
I've never seen the one that says teacher.
Okay.
I've never seen that.
Right. Did Debbie call? Hello, Debbie?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
All right.
Thank you, Debbie. We have online right now, we have Debbie Harvey, the founder and executive director of Helping Haitian Angels. Is that correct?
That is correct. That's me.
That's you. I also have a little special place in my heart for the people of Haiti. Talk to us about this organization, Helping Haitian Angels.
Thank you, Marty. We started, I was dragged to Haiti, kicking and screaming, did not want to go 8 years ago. And on my first trip, was introduced to, kind of found 35 starving, dying, really sick kids. Came home, couldn't sleep for days, and my husband had been going to Haiti for about 5 years, a couple times a year, and told him, we need to do something. We have to get out of our box. We have to, obviously God gave us these kids for a reason, introduced us to these kids. So HHA, Helping Haitian Angels, was born. We now have 40 acres, 57 kids, 38 Haitian staff, and a pretty amazing Haitian family. My husband actually left at 3 a.m. today. He's there now.
He is there now. So where exactly? Because I've actually been 8 times, and
awesome.
Yeah. So that's where my little heart is too. I hear you. Once you go, you fall in love with the people, great people. Where exactly So is it a school you run? Is it orphanage? What exactly is this? You said you had a lot of acres. So what's on the acreage?
That's a good question. We have 8 family-style homes for our kids, up to 10 kids in each home. We did a lot of research on the best way to raise an orphaned and or abandoned child, and it really isn't in a institutional type one big building. So we do that. They have house parents or house mamas. We have a school on our property that we're very, very proud of. We're in our 2nd year, and we're actually a model school in the north. We have sustainable farming. We're working on right now getting a medical/dental clinic built on our property. And we are, Marty, in the north, about 20 minutes outside of Cap Haitian. So not in the Port-au-Prince area.
Right. So when you go, you take you fly into Port-au-Prince and then take 3 hours up to the north?
We fly directly into Cap Haitian.
Oh,
Americans
wow.
started flying into Cap about a year and a half ago, and it's just a little over an hour from Miami. You're in Cap Haitian. It's awesome.
So what kind of resources do you need, or when you personally go, what do you do?
Love people.
Amen.
Amen. People always ask what projects. We take 6 groups of 20 people a year, mission trips. And we have to educate people because we do things a little bit differently because of trials and tests that God has put us through, I say blessed us with. Though very hard, we have learned a lot about the right way to love Haiti, love her people, love the kids. And we invest in the people and build people. We don't build buildings and things. Haitian people are very good at building their own buildings and doing their own things the way they do them. We don't need to come in and take over for them. So we like to just say that we get our hearts dirty, we don't get our hands dirty, and we build people. We build up our kids. We build up our staff. And so we don't really have projects, though we have building going on our village, as you heard me talk about. We hire only Haitians. We have no Americans that help with that. So that's pretty much it as far as you asked what we do when we go down. We go down and we literally just sit with, spend time with, dance, sing, play music, read with, just hang out with our Haitian family.
Wow, that I'm getting goosebumps because that's basically what I did when I was going. You know, I'm a teacher by trade, so I wasn't part of the medical team. We weren't part of I wasn't part of digging wells. I'm not. I usually just lift chalk every day, so I'm not one of these strong people. So what I do is a lot of just what you just said, love on people. So if someone is listening like me and says, wow, I'm interested in doing that, where would we go to maybe jump on board and get on one of your, quote, mission trips?
Yeah, that would be awesome. Our website has a trip page, and it's helpinghaitianangels.org. And then you can click on Get Involved, and you'll see mission trips. And then it will go to our trip director. Her name is Melissa Allen, and you can communicate with her, and she'll set you up on whatever trip works for you. Pretty simple.
Yeah, it does. It sounds really simple. So let's get back to the name. Where did the name come from, Helping Haitian Angels?
That is a very good question. Back 8 years ago, we just felt like these kids that we had met, a doctor from UVA from Charlottesville, went with us, and he was at the hotel. He didn't go with us on the trip. We went back and asked him if he'd go check on these kids, that they were really, really sick. And he came back and told us that half of them will be dead within 6 months, that they were that bad. And with that, I just felt like, we all felt like, these were just God's angels on the earth in Haiti that didn't have opportunity for survival, really, to live, for food. They had open wounds all over their body because they were stealing contaminated water from a neighbor. And these were just kids helping kids. So there were no adults anywhere. Street kids, kids helping kids. So that's where our name came from, was that very first day for me, which was just finding these angels that we weren't sure were going to live or not live. So, and there was so much prayer involved, so much prayer. There still is so much prayer. Everything we do in Haiti, we always like to say we fly humbly, we fly under the radar, we walk in a humble obedience, and we give God all the glory. Everything we do. And if we continue to do that, we feel that God blesses us, and we have been so incredibly blessed. Our organization, our Haitian family, our volunteers that go down, it's just been amazing. It's kind of a crazy ride.
Yeah, and have you noticed that once someone goes, they go on one of your trips, are they returning? Do they get that bug in them that just wants to come back?
That's a great question. A good percentage of them do. There's a lot of people, I'm sure you know, Marty, from your trips, that it's a bucket list thing, a mission trip. They go on a mission trip. They're awesome. They have a great week. They do, everything they need to do and love and all of that. And we may never hear from them again. That doesn't happen that often. The majority of people do like to get involved in our organization, They somehow come home and I want to get involved. They don't know how, and I always tell them to pray about the gifts God's given them and how that can then weave into the open spots that we have in our organization. We're all volunteers. We don't have any paid staff, so except for Haitians in Haiti. Yeah, it's just we have. What I like to do on trips, because I don't like our kids seeing only new people, only new people, only new people, we like to make our trips at least half returnees, volunteers that either sponsor a child and fall in love with Haiti and fall in love with this child, so they go back down to visit their child and hang out with the rest of the family. So we try to make our trips 50% newbies and 50% returnees. And then you have that balance, and the kids build those relationships, which is so important.
You're so right in the sense of just seeing that, and because I think the first 2 times I went, I think they didn't warm up to me as much because they have so many of these Americans come. It's the one stop kind of thing. So I appreciate you doing that, because I think that does build like, oh, we're here for the long haul. We really do value you. Right. It's not just, like you said, a bucket list. I did my mission trip. Yay, I'm done. Now, what about the person that, let's just say, it's not on their bucket list, but they do want to help? Is there other things stateside they can do to help your organization or the people of Haiti?
Absolutely. We need all kinds of help, and so many people have different experiences and different gifts and expertise. We need a grant writer right now. We need marketing people. We need people to help with event planning. We need people to help with a 5K. All kinds of people. You know, when anybody that has a gift they think that a nonprofit organization in Haiti can use, we're happy to talk to them. So we love bringing in people to help out.
And where exactly can we go again for the website, either to donate, to get involved? What was that again?
It's helpinghaitianangels.org.
And what's because like you said, and I know you've been there many a times, what's one moving story you have for us? And I know there's probably many, but off the top of your head, what are you thinking?
I'll tell you about a recent one. So this was just in March, and I have so many. You're exactly right. There are so many that I could go back 8 years from our original kids, but this is recent. So we're at our village, and this woman comes crying, and she has these 6 kids that live on the mountain whose parents had passed away. They're all in cousins. There were 2 or 3 sets of cousins, all from the same family. Grandma was taking care of them. Grandma passed away a few months ago, so early this year. And these kids were just living on their own, and there was a mentally challenged young girl, probably around 20, with a baby of her own, like under a year old, trying to help these kids. So we were asked to take them in our orphanage. Well, it doesn't normally work like that. Usually the government gets involved, and we try to do things very legally. But sometimes you can get people that want to be in an orphanage too. So I said, because I've been there, I go every month, but because I've been there for years, many, many times, I said to her, why don't we go check on the kids? Why don't we go see where they're living? Because again, sometimes they just want to it may not be the truth. So we climbed this mountain. There were 3 of us. We climbed this mountain, and I mean climbed a mountain, and get to almost the very top of this mountain. And here is this shack, the size, half the size of a 1-car garage, falling down, rain's coming in, and there's these 6 kids, naked, starving, sick, and their eyes lit up. All the people around, when we walked up there, we were very cool and, not making it a big deal, that white people or Americans were there, foreigners, so which we always try to do. But we brought these kids down off the mountain, and as we were walking down the mountain, people left and right were like, there are more kids like this. You have to come back. You have to come back. So we got these kids down. One of them, they had never been in a car. They'd never been off the mountain. They'd never had clothes on. And so we took them right to a hospital, got them all tested, and took them to our village. One of the little girls who hadn't eaten in so long ate so fast and so much that she had to be hospitalized because her colon got blocked. So anyway, today, just 3 months later since March, the kids are doing great. They're in school. They're adjusting. You know, I could say they're happy. They appear to be happy, but I'm sure they miss their families and where they came from. But the little girl that was hospitalized is doing great. But that's a recent story, and to see these kids, the before picture, and they looked angry and sad and hungry and sick. And now if you look at them, they just smile, and you can just tell they're alive again. And it's all because of love. It's all because of love. Our mama's love, our people there love, and that's who we are. So it's going to be awesome to watch them thrive.
And correct me if I'm wrong, if I was listening, you go down every month?
I do.
Wow.
Yes.
So that connection of just being there. So when you take a group back to this group thing, what is the minimum age that you feel is appropriate or you take when you go?
We will take 15-year-olds with a parent, and at 18 they can go alone.
Right.
But we don't take anyone under 15. Haiti, as you know, is a tough place. And we feel like not only is it hard on an American child, but it's also, we want them to be able to participate and give whatever it is that they have to give, the gifts they've been given. And it's hard to do that if you're younger than that in a place like Haiti.
No, you're exactly right. And then my other question is, and this is more of a personal question for you because I know I struggled with this, is because there's so much that so many people need and help. How do you differentiate between that person and this person and feeling like you want to help everyone?
That is a very good question. And back in the day, Marty, I used to struggle with that. But I can tell you the Haitians are very happy people. They live a very simple life, surviving day to day. They're very faithful. They love the Lord. And they're hardworking. Our media gives them a bad rap. And because of that, it's easier now because I don't feel like everyone does need help. They live a very simple yet happy life. I feel like this is going to sound very odd, but people are happier there than here in the U.S. And I may get slammed for that, but it's hard to explain that unless you go often and unless you get to know a lot of Haitian people, which we do. But they're really a very, very happy, faithful people. And because of that, you know, you can just go down and have a relationship. It's not about helping everyone. It's just about loving everybody and just building relationships.
I would agree 100% of what you said. It's, you know, the philosophy I slowly learned was, well, if that person was put in front of me, then obviously they were put in front of me for reasons, so I'll love on them. And then I noticed too, and correct me if I'm wrong, you've obviously been there much more than I had, that I see that the people in the outer villages, lack of a better word, you're exactly right. very happy people. And then when I got closer into Port-au-Prince, it just, I felt like, and maybe it's just like here in the States, you know, it's the hustle and bustle of a city, and maybe it just, and obviously Port-au-Prince is where the earthquake, the damage hit the most, and you see the corruption and everything. I just felt that there was a little more of a unease. Would you agree?
I would absolutely agree, and I have been to Port-au-Prince many times. And I agree with you completely. I also think, Marty, that Port-au-Prince is where a lot of Americans go, a lot of mission teams go, a lot of just groups go down, whether medical or church groups or whatever they're doing. So the Haitians know that if they ask these people, they could get help, they could get money. So there is more of that going on in the city, unlike you said, the villages or out in the mountains or out in the country where people, they don't get into all of that.
No, you're right. And then I asked you earlier to tell us about two songs, or give me two songs, and you said these are songs that you kind of you use on your website or mean something to you. Can you talk about those songs for us?
Sure. Do Something by Matthew West is one that I love and I play, and it's just all about what our philosophy. And we do morning devotionals on our trips. So we invite people to do a devotional if they'd like, and if they don't, I do devotionals and I educate people on the cultural aspects of Haiti while talking about the Lord and the Bible and using scripture and music as well. Haitians love music, so I just try to be as culturally respectful as I possibly can. But I love Matthew West's song, Do Something. And then I gave you three, and the second one, I can't remember the second one, but then there's Kings and Queens by Audio Adrenaline, which is about kids in an orphanage, and it's about kids growing up as orphans. And it's a beautiful, beautiful song.
And then the last one was We Believe.
Oh, We Believe. That's my favorite. That's my Haiti song, the Newsboys. I played I was charged, tried, and convicted of 3 years in jail in Haiti. And
wait. You were what? Go back. You just opened up a can of worms. You were in jail in Haiti?
I didn't have to go to jail. I did have to go to court for 2 weeks to keep myself from going to jail. I was charged, tried, and convicted of spoliation, which is, I didn't even know what it was, and it was crazy. And it's all because I'm there a lot, and they know me, and if you're American, you have money, and there was greed and all of that. So, but I put on my full armor of God, and I sat in those courtrooms, and there were many people, including the U.S. Embassy, that told me to go home and get out of this country. And my husband and I prayed. He was with me. And then they told him to go home, so he did go home. So I was left alone. But it all ended up fine because, God had already won the battle. And it all ended up okay. But my We Believe song is a song that I played on continuous, continually, as any free moment of the day for that 2 week period. And so that's my saving grace song, We Believe. Everybody knows that's my Haiti song.
Well, I want to thank you for coming on, and what we're going to do is I'd like you to stay on, and we're going to play the which one do you want to play? Do you want to play We Believe? Well, actually, hearing that, let's play We Believe, because that is, quote, your Haitian song. So we're going to play We Believe. Just stay on while we play We Believe. You're listening to the Marty and Katina Show.
Okay, clear.
All right. What we'd like you to do is we'd like you to do a couple drops for us. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. So what we'll do is, Debbie, I'd love to get in contact with you more. I'd love to get on a trip with you sometime.
I would love it, Marty. That would be awesome. I would love to have you with us.
Yeah. And actually, my claim to fame is we were about 8 hours from going on my first mission trip when the earthquake happened. So
Wow.
yeah, so we might have been stuck there. So about 8 months later, then we went and we flew into Port-au-Prince, and we got to fly into a destroyed airport. Got to see blue tents everywhere, and then
Wow.
I went back and forth. And so yeah, I have a little place in Haiti. Actually, popped my ankle dislocated my ankle, fell off a ladder there in Haiti. So I've got a lot of love for Haiti. Yeah. So
when were you there last?
I was there last 4 years ago. After the fall, I fell, and then I told the Haitians, just like you said, I think they felt like, oh, I was done. I went back after I was able to walk to show them, it wasn't, all that, and then I just took a break for a while, and I'm itching to go back now. So.
Oh, I would love to have you go back with us. You tell me when you want to go. I go every month. So.
Well, it sounds like it. So, yeah, and I know my wife would want an expert to go because I like to just what you say. I love on the people. I just love on. I've got great stories just like you do of just meeting people that people would be like, oh, why are you talking to this person? I said, because I'm just loving on them. So.
Oh, exactly. Isn't that the best thing? It's the most wonderful thing.
It is. And what we'd love to do is get you in studio sometime to do a full show and go deeper with some of these conversations. So we've got your information. We've also placed it on our Facebook page where you said you've been listening. And what we'll do is we'll just keep promoting you and let us know what else we can do to help you.
You're awesome. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for tonight and for doing all of that. I really appreciate it. And get in touch with me about a trip.
I will. Thanks so much. Talk to you later.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And I was all ready for my spiel and everything.
No, sorry, I didn't think you were going to do it. Yeah.
When haven't I done?
Huh?
Oh, we're still live, yeah. We're back on the Marty and Katina show. That was an awesome interview.
Yes.
It made me want to go back to Haiti. I know you're probably thinking, oh boy.
No, I think it's great. I think it's great.
I'd love to see the North. Never saw the North.
For sure.
And then it sounds like the mountain area and everything. And basically, she's like what I do.
Exactly.
That's
that was your role.
That was my role, just loving on people and stuff. But I don't know because I'd have to get in contact with my personal nurse to see if she'd come with me.
You should find that out.
Yeah. So those people that are
get in trouble down there.
Right. Whoa. Now Debbie might not have me go if you're talking to for those people that are just tuning in to the Marty and Katina show. I personally have not talked. We've been on the Stop the Presses. We've been on the air for about 2 years, and I really have never talked about Haiti. and how I've been. And I fell off the ladder 10 feet onto cement and popped out my ankle. And so I have a little place in Haiti for that. Elizabeth Wooster, who I don't think listens to this, but I know her brother does, Dave Wooster, she popped my ankle back in place there. Long story short, nothing broke. I'm able to walk, everything. I went back, about 8-9 months later?
Yeah.
9 months later, just like I was saying on the interview, just to let the Haitian people know that I'm fine, and I don't blame them or anything. I blame myself. I'm afraid of heights. I don't know why I went up there anyway. And the other God moment story was that rebarb was sticking right in between of where I fell, and if you go on to no, everyone says I shouldn't post the photo, but if you
if you have a queasy stomach, you don't want to see that.
Yeah, and message us through Marty and Katina Show, and I'll send you the photo. But it's pretty gruesome. And other people, if watch Facebook right now. I'm not a little boy or little size man, so people don't understand why the bone didn't go right through when I hit.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I guess I can't talk anymore about that. But long story short, I have a little place for Haiti, and
your little place in
my
your
heart.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that was clear, because that was the second time I said it that way.
Okay. Well, I have a little place.
I have a little place in Haiti.
I do, actually. If I go back, I do have a couple places that I could stay. And that's, like Katina said, too, long story short, if you know me, I'm an adventurous. I know no strangers. We were on, just like these people probably, too, they have a compound, lack of a better word. Well, I would always go off our compound, so I get to meet the people in the village and hang out, and that's a couple of the stories, but that's for another time. So I would definitely look up this organization. I really liked what they were doing, and they're in the north, and like she said too, if you see anything about the media, they make it like it's bad, all this stuff. And like I said, when we finally got out of Port-au-Prince and into where we were, the village, such nice people. And she's in the north, and there's the mountains. I'd love to see the mountain area. If you're a fan, there's supposed to be you are a fan of. They have great coffee in Haiti.
I know. People brought me back coffee from Haiti. That was good.
People brought back? Who people? I thought I did.
You did.
And other people?
You
made it seem.
I believe the Woosters brought me my first one, I believe.
Why?
That's why I told you to get some when you were down there.
Oh, because they came. Okay.
Yeah, I think I had it from them.
Okay. All right. So, and then another thing is they have great, and I should have asked her this. I was asking so many questions about that. I didn't know how close their 47 acres. That's a lot of acres to have. Is near the water, because beautiful beaches there. So I never asked that. I should have asked that.
Well, I think you have her contact information on the Marty and Katina Facebook page. You could probably get in contact with her.
That's a great idea.
And ask her. Yeah.
That's brilliant. I'm tired.
I am so tired. I feel like a zombie right now.
A zombie. And I know why you're tired. You know why I'm tired?
I have some ideas, but I don't know which one is in your head right now, so I don't want to say.
Sure. So you see, unlike me, who I might say why I think you're tired, you can say whatever you want. So go ahead, because I don't want you storming out of here saying you weren't supposed to say that. So
no, I know that you're in the midst of choosing patrol sponsors for next year.
A big one.
Not patrols. You are the patrol sponsor, and you're in the midst of choosing patrols for next year.
It is.
And that's very stressful.
It is, because of just, and I've tried to be not these parents. Your child's not going to make everything. I'm looking right in the camera right now to tell you parents, your child's not going to make everything. Basketball, there's 12. Football, I don't know. I can't do the math right now. 11. There's 22. Right, Spencer White? They're all not going to make the team. Soccer, they're all not going to make the team. The spelling bee, there's only one. Well, actually, there's always two winners now for the last 5 years. But even two, there's only two. So I had 71 applicants out of 94 kids, and then 50 positions. And then, you know, it's just, I love these parents, don't get me wrong, but it's just like, you know.
Well, it's hard to hear that your child wasn't chosen. You know that.
It is, but at the same time, I'm not one of these have ever called or said, you know, this, that, and the other. I think this is
to complain about.
Yeah, this is different than my child should. Why can't you challenge my child and put him in a higher math class? I've always allowed that. If a parent comes and says, I just FYI say to them, you know, are you getting a call while we're on? Do they not know we're on air right now?
Yeah, sorry.
Wow.
It's clearly not a friend, just number came up, so I was shutting it off.
Yeah.
I was still listening to you.
Okay. No, but I've always told parents, you know, if you're willing to help them a little bit and stuff, I'm always, when it comes to academics, you know, if you want to take the challenge, that's fine. But the concept of, you know, you didn't make it. So, yeah, it's very stressful. So I think another reason why it's very stressful is, and we won't get into this week, maybe next week, is what our superintendent, you know, basically did recently. If you, so if you're not familiar with that, just archive or look up Montgomery County Public Schools and look up alcohol decision our superintendent did. But we are running out of time, and that could be a whole show. So that's why I'm stressed. It's, you know, I'm trying to try to get the good ones, trying the ones that are you know, it's still ones that could be good leaders, you know, but
making those decisions. It's hard. Yeah.
I had one kid, this is the funny thing, I said, you know, if you got suspended from school, you can't be patrol. And then he said to me, he says, well, that was 3 months ago. Why can't I be now? Okay.
Okay. Can I now you just made me want to share something too. But
okay, go ahead.
Academics, but I did have a kid come in today and say his counselor would only switch him from honors English to AP, which is, of course, the college level English, if I would write a recommendation. And I said, do you really want me to write a recommendation? This kid has a low D in my class and does barely anything. And his response was, but I've been working really hard for this week.
This week, okay. All right, let's see patterns. So, a lot to talk about next week. June 17. We will be winding it down. So let's just pray right now, like we do to end every show. Dear Lord, thank you again for life. Thank you for people like Debbie who have taken up the call to just love on your people. And she has a special place in her heart for Haiti. And I want to bless her mission trips that she does and what she's doing down there to just show love and hope. And like the Matthew West song says, do something. You know, God created us to be, like Katina said, salt and light. And we need to do that better, Lord. And I pray that this country can do that better, and we can just be a salt and light for someone near us. But like I always say, Lord, I can't wait to get to heaven, to just be having a great time with you, loving you, and not having to worry about dealing with all these problems of the world. Thank you again for life. We love you. We praise you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Have a great weekend wherever you are. Hope it's warm or nice weather. You've been listening to the Marty and Katina Show on Bright Radio.
Out.
Nice, clear.
Facebook people. Yeah, we don't end Facebook till he'll give them a C5. Here we go, Facebook. Thank you for all those people that responded and talked. And
this is Marty from the Marty and Katina Show.
Tune in next
tell us
week.
what Bright stands for.
And I want to thank
bringing
Paul
bright
again.
inspiration to everyone.
BRITE.
What if I did
Bright.
this?
Bright Radio would like to take this time to thank you, our listening
knows he's
family.
flailing
Your
your
generous
arms around.
support of programming on Bright Radio makes the Marty and Katina Show a possibility. To make your tax-deductible contribution to Bright Radio, visit our donations page at brightradio.org.
We're out. Boy, I like that it just swivels like that. That's awesome. I'm trying to pull from here. Like,
this morning, saw a world full of trouble now. I thought, how'd we ever get so far down? And how's it ever gonna turn around? So I turned my eyes to heaven. I thought, God, why don't you do something? Well, I just couldn't bear the thought of people living in poverty, children sold into slavery. The thought disgusted me, so I shook my fist at heaven. I said, God, why don't you do something? He said, I did. Yeah. I created you. Now listen. If not us, then who? If not me and you right now. Well, it's time for us to do something.
I would have gotten Central out of that.
These techies got us.
Yeah, exactly. I see that. Yeah.
Silly. Right? Yes. Thank you, sir. So, download the ringcentral.com.
Onto my phone.
No, you want to do it on your laptop.
Okay.
Whatever computer you're going to be.
Ringcentral.com. And you sure it's .com?
Yeah.
Okay. Download that, and then once I download that, I'll play with it. Or wait, I need password and.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
password is the actual phone number.
Okay.
The username is 888-274.
Right. 86. Okay.
274.
Wait. Oh, now you're giving me the password to.
No.
Oh.
So I'm saying that the real number is 274. It's not going to read right.
274
8386.
838. Wait. 274. Oh, 274. 274.
8386.
8386.
And the password is
Okay.
capital B WRI. So
Now,
lowercase, sorry. WRI. Ring 22.
Okay. And then I'll play with it, and then maybe call you to see if I can or
Yeah, so you want to make sure that you get it on your laptop, because that's how you're going to actually record it. So you're going to call in to that number.
I'll call into this number. Have that person call
into that number.
Right.
When you answer it, because you'll be able to answer it.
Right.
Then the pop-up window will come up. You
Right.
answer it. You get them on there, and then when they call, the same
So
pop-up.
do you want me to call right now so you
Yeah.
show me? Okay.
And then I'll call.
Okay, so I'll call 888-27-2748. I guess I've never called this number. 386 274-8386. Thank you for calling Bright Radio.
0. Say your name in pound.
Marty Chappelle. Hello?
Alright, so you're in.
Right, so I would do myself first.
Yeah, you get in there. She calls, so I'm calling out.
Wait, I can hear you already. See, I can hear all this.
Because it's on the mic.
Oh,
Open
gotcha.
mic.
Okay. So what you just answered me first.
This call is being recorded. If you do not wish to be recorded, please disconnect at this time. This call is being recorded. If you do not wish to be recorded, please disconnect at this time.
Okay, so after that, it should be recording. Hello, Marty. What's going on? How you doing? And then just whenever it's over, say thank you. Can you do a drop for us? Blah blah blah. So they can do a drop here then. Yeah.
So why couldn't she do a drop then? What happened?
Well, because we're recording on the phone.
Gotcha.
And I recorded that movie. I can't pull it up.
No worries. No worries.
Right now. But I could have said, this, we did the recording.
This call is being recorded. If you do not wish to be recorded, please disconnect at this time.
Okay, so after that, it should be recording. Hello, Marty. What's going on? How you doing? And then just whenever it's over, say thank you. Can you do a drop for us? Blah blah blah. So they